Have any of you ever been in the situation where it seems like you can't arm the bomb sites and demolition? Well, I'm in one of those right now. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and clear some people out. Let's see. Oh, I hear a guy right behind me. Let's see where he's at. There he is. Take you out. Let's see. Where's that pesky guy? He's probably sitting in the corner. Okay, there you go. Guy sitting in corner. Okay, now that it's all calm, I can finally arm the objective. So what's going on, guys? It's Beastar. I'm bringing you a commentary for Modern Warfare 3. This is actually a pretty good gameplay, in my opinion. It's not high kill based. You know, it's not going to be the best score. But if you noticed at the beginning, it's just me and Rob versus 4 other guys in Team Tactical, and we're playing obviously Demolition. So if any of you's ever experienced this, where you got to think it's pretty tough to beat 4 people, no matter really how good they are. It's the fact that they can respawn and already be back after you, and it's just him and I, and we have to basically defend the bombs, arm the bombs, and, you know, of course, kill the guys without being killed ourselves. Do all that. A lot of stuff's going on. And this gameplay I chose in particular because we got this a few days ago. I just now decided to upload this. But I find it really interesting because I do like, you know, I do enjoy these very close matches. And I did a commentary a while back ago. It was on Modern Warfare 2, and it's a pretty close game. It was domination on, I think, Rundown. I was using the SPOS 12 and probably the UMP suppressed. You know, I know it's not the hardest weapons to use, the most difficult and the most challenging. I know they're pretty easy to use, but still I like using that because that's pretty much what you have to do to play Modern Warfare 2. I mean, you can't really use guns that are challenging because you have to deal with all the guys that use their own little cheap and cheesy tactics like the grenade launchers and somewhat sniping. It just depends on what part of the sniping they're doing. You know, I don't really have a problem with snipers. You guys know that. I just find that the sniping, I guess, mechanics are kind of broken a little bit. I know a lot of people say it's in the game, but I do honestly believe that the aim assist is far too powerful in some of the games. You know, obviously Black Ops 2 is one of the prime examples. I think sniper aim assist is a little bit too much, obviously, and it's just too easy in my opinion. And of course on PC it's much more difficult and you have to have a lot more aiming skills. But then again, you also have a better chance at improving your accuracy on the PC, seeing as you have a mouse and a keyboard. I personally, if I could choose, you know, to play on a console with a mouse and a keyboard, I probably would. I heard that there's an adapter or something that you can buy to do that. I may look into that. I'm not the biggest fan of playing on console with a mouse and keyboard just because I watch Incredible Orb. For those of you who haven't, you know, checked out his channel, he's a PC gamer mostly. He does upload a lot of PC gameplay, and he used to upload a lot of Call of Duty before Black Ops 2 came out, which I think pretty much every commentator stopped uploading that after about 5-6 months in because the game is just pretty boring for some reason. I don't know. It's just something about Black Ops 2, and I'm not trying to sound negative, but it just seems really unfun, it's just not fun to watch. A lot of people will agree with me on that. I don't know what it is. It's not necessarily because the game is very frustrating. I just think there's some weird aspect about Treyarch games that they've just not made it entertaining to watch. I couldn't really watch much Black Ops 1 gameplay unless it was like with a really challenging weapon to use. You know, it just goes like that for some reason in Treyarch made games. I have no idea what it is. You know, you guys can leave down in the comment section what you think it is. You know, about Treyarch games where for some reason they just seem to be a little bit more boring than Infinity Ward made games. I don't know what it is, but that's just my thoughts on that. A lot of people will probably agree in the comments, or just, you know, if you ask other commentators, they'll probably agree with you that they just find Infinity Ward games to be a little bit more exciting. I know Dysfunction, I'm pretty sure he said in one of his commentaries that he feels the same. He just says that he finds Treyarch games to be a little bit more boring, and I would agree with him. It seems like they're a little bit more boring than the average Infinity Ward made game. I will admit, though, that Treyarch did a really good job on Black Ops 1 with a lot of the balances. There was, of course, a bunch of unbalances as well. That's to be expected of Call of Duty because the game is literally rushed. It's a rushed product. In my opinion, it's very unfinished. And then they spend another 6 to 7 months fixing some of the problems. And, you know, of course, if it's Black Ops 2, they didn't fix anything. But, you know, that's that. You know, except for the SMGs, of course, they decided to do an air quotes there, fix them and make it where the game is just at a slow pace. Now it's worse than it ever was. And, you know, it's like people don't want to move and stuff, man. So that's honestly what hurt Black Ops 2. They made the SMGs, a lot of them unusable compared to a lot of the other weapons, so that really killed the game's flow. So, you know, what's your guys' opinion on the speed of a game? I know a lot of people are saying Call of Duty Ghosts looks pretty fast-paced. You know, they're worried that it won't keep up with the old Quake engine, which I heard they're still using the Quake engine. They're like, they said it first, and I've stated this in some commentaries. They said at the beginning that it's a new engine, and they came out and said, hey, you know, we're just upgrading our old engine. We're just going to, you know, fix some of the problems with it because the engine's, you know, obviously very old. but still, it's, you know, it's a very bad engine. You know, it's too old. They need to get a new engine. They need to do what DICE is doing, and, you know, not necessarily a Frostbite engine. Call of Duty on a Frostbite engine would be pretty crazy. I couldn't really imagine what it would play like. I don't know. You know, I don't really honestly know what to say about it. I mean, I can only imagine, of course. But, you know, they need to get a new engine, period. That's my honest thoughts on that. Or, you know, build one which Call of Duty building an engine. I kind of doubt that will happen. They just need to do what DICE does, and I think they do borrow the engine, or they have a separate engineering team to do that. But, you know, as you can see right here, I'm over here just trying to, you know, keep these guys off this dang bomb, man. I armed it, and Rob's over here trying to shoot people to keep them at bay, I guess, while he's at the other door, and then he gets shot right here. So I'm going to go into a clutch mode real quick. Oh, yeah, that was pretty nice. Those guys did not even see me in that corner. I know you guys are thinking, corner camping new, but come on, guys. It was me versus pretty much 4 guys. I'm going to sit in a corner and just wait for a second. As you see, already one of them rage quit, maybe even 2 of them. It's pretty crazy. That was a pretty good comeback, in my opinion. You know, of course, it goes into overtime, and trust me, the game's over, because now it's just this one guy, I think, after I kill the first guy. So we went from 2v4 to 2v1 just because we made them all rage quit. And I think, you know, it's a pretty good match. It was a well-fought match. It wasn't really fair because it was a 4-on-2, but I still think it was a pretty good match because we won, which is pretty awesome. So, you know, I mean, I like these clutch situations. It's a lot of fun to go into those because it's just, I guess, adrenaline pumping. It's pretty fun. That sounds silly to say about a video game, but that's what I like about Call of Duty. There's a bunch of those action-packed, adrenaline-pumping moments that you get, you know, especially in Search and Destroy. I've noticed that a lot of Search and Destroy players will say that. I used to previously strictly play Search and Destroy, and I remember those feelings, and I might get back into Search and Destroy and Call of Duty Ghosts. We'll have to see how the game plays. We'll have to see how it functions and stuff, if it's pretty smooth, if it's, you know, whatever. I'm pretty sure it'll be a pretty dang good game, to be honest. I think Ghosts will be pretty decent. It'll definitely be probably better than Black Ops 2. And, you know, without death streaks being implemented in, and it's an Infinity War game, it's going to be a pretty good game, I'm hoping. And, you know, one can only hope. I'm not trying to get my hopes up too high, but I do think it's going to be pretty enjoyable. That's pretty much it for this commentary, guys. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay, and nonetheless, you guys, of course, have an awesome day, and I will see you in the next one.
We are triumphant.